Hi guys, welcome back to part 2, and now we are going to actually turn it into a granny square. So you can choose any color that you want. I chose this really obnoxious green color because I wanted to make sure that you could see exactly what we're going to be doing. But of course, it is totally up to you. So grab your other color that you're going to be using to make the granny square, and let's get started. So what we're going to do is create a slip knot. Now because we are working with a circle, we have to play with height. So some stitches that you need to know is the double crochet, half double crochet, and what is called the long double crochet, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So I always like to start over here, and then I find my first black double crochet on this side, and I count up 5. And when I get to the 5th space, that is where I attach my yarn. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you look, it happens to be right here where we have 2 double crochets coming out of 1 stitch, and then I will attach my yarn here. So go ahead and count up 5 and then attach your yarn right into that space. And once you get your yarn attached, you're going to chain 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I know for like long double crochets or treble crochets that you normally chain 4, but when I did the chain 4, it made my corner wonky and I did not like that. So now, just like any regular granny square, you are going to work 3 double crochet followed by a chain 2 and then 3 more double crochet to make a corner. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today, except for we're going to be using long double crochet. So to create a long double crochet, you yarn over, go into that same stitch your chain 5 is coming out of, pull up some yarn. You should have 3 loops on your hook. This counts as 1, 2, and 3. You're going to yarn over, go through 2. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through 1 loop, then yarn over and go through 2. You're going to do that one more time. So yarn over, insert into that same space, pull up some yarn. You should have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. To create a corner, you're going to chain 2. There was 1. Here's 2. And you're going to do that process all over again. Now, you could also use the treble crochet, and a treble crochet is wrap the yarn around your hook twice, insert into that space, pull up some yarn. You see you have 4 loops on your hook. You'll yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. The long double crochet and the treble crochet have the exact same height. So whatever is more comfortable for you, you go ahead and do that. I personally prefer the long double crochet. So now that you have your corner piece, which is 3 long double crochets, a chain 2, and then 3 long double crochets, you're going to, instead of counting stitches, we're going to be counting the V's at the top, and your first V starts here. You're going to count 3 V's, and in that 3rd V you're going to insert your hook. So 1, 2, and this is where we're going to insert our hook. So yarn over, insert your hook into that 3rd V, and do just regular double crochets. And you're going to put 3 double crochets just like in a granny square. And for me, I always like to chain 1 at the end of my rows. I actually forgot to do that here, so I'm going to frog it and then do that again. I don't know if I notice that I don't do it, I always frog it. I don't know, I just love having that chain space. The chain one creates a chain space, and that's where you will be doing any other rows. So chain one at the end, and then you're going to count 1, 2, and then that third you're going to be doing another double crochet. Now I know in the beginning I said you're going to be learning need to know half double crochets, but I just remembered that I took that out of the pattern because it was not needed. So excuse me, I was just reading right off my pattern book and I forgot that change I made. Chain 1, and now we have to locate our next space for our corner. Now you wouldn't just put the corner in this space because that's too close to our side, and it would throw the whole entire thing off. So here's the best way that I figured it out. Again, since each stitch count is the same, what you do is count up 5 from your first black double crochet right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And right here would be your next corner. So work the corner like we did in the beginning. So that is 3 long double crochet, a chain 2, then 3 more long double crochet, and that's what creates our corner. And 3. And then what I like to do is chain 1, and that is our first side of our Pokéball granny square. And once we do more rows, it's gonna actually start looking like a square. Right now, not so much, but you can stretch out the sides and see it's starting to look like a square. Now, in between each corner, you're always going to have 2 sets of 3 double crochet. So always remember that in case you get lost. So now we're going to count, instead of our stitches, our posts, these are called posts, we're going to count the V's. So 1, 2, and into that third V, just 3 regular double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And now if you did the method that I did, it might be kind of hard to see this stitch, but this is a stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. And if you're doing it like mine, all your forgot to chain 1. I told you if I notice it, I will frog it. All your stitches will land in the exact same spots that mine land in. And now it's time to work a corner. Unfortunately, we don't have the black portion right here to tell us where the corner is. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to count the posts again. So we're going to start with this white post here, right after this green section, and we're going to count over 3. So 1, 2, 3, and right here is where our next corner would be. So I'm going to show you again. So you just finished your green 3 double crochets into that white stitch here. You're going to look right directly under it. You'll see a post. There's a white post here. You're going to start counting from this white post. You're going to count 3 this way. So 1, 2, 3, and on the other side of this post, in this space here, is where you will put your corner. So go ahead and work your corner how you choose, whether you use the long double crochet or the treble stitch. And then we chain 2 to turn the corner, and then right back into that same space. Oops. Hate when that happens. here is 2, and our last one 3. And then, like we did previously, we are going to count our V's. So here's 1, 2, and in this V we are going to do 3 double crochet, just regular double crochet. And then chain 1, and then count over 3 more V's. So we have 1, 2, and in this third V do 3 regular double crochets and chain 1. And now, since we also don't have the black part to tell us, how many to go up, we are going to look at the post under our green. So this post here, you'll have 1 to this side, and then you'll have 1 directly under it, and you're going to count 3 over. 1, 2, 3, and in this space here you'll put your corner, and then work your corner how you like to, with the treble or the long double crochet that I showed you. Chain 2, and then 3 more. And then, of course, at the end we'll chain 1 and count our V's. We're going to count over 3. So 1, 2. This is your V. This is that slip stitch. You're going to work your 3 regular double crochet into that stitch. And we did a stitch like this in the beginning. So in part 1. So we know that that is a stitch. There we go. And it's very tight, but if you don't want your count to be off, you gotta do it. Chain 1. And then this black right here is a stitch. I know it's impossible to see, but where we slip stitch that white, that is a stitch. So 1, 2, and your last regular double crochet will be on the red. So go ahead and put that double crochet in there. And now, oops, that is it. And chain 1 and slip stitch to the top of that chain 5. And that is how you turn your Pokéball into a granny square. So that's about it for this tutorial. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in our next video.